International Women's Day, let us gift ourselves some more self-love. If you're practicing, great, add a little more to it. If you're not, it's time for you to start this self-love. Let us try to understand, why self-love is very important, and why we need to practice it. I'm reaching out to each and every woman out there, each and every of you who connects with your feminine energies, or who wants to connect with your feminine energies, and you've been feeling lost, confused, hurt, damaged, shattered, or you want to celebrate yourself, or you've already started celebrating yourself. It's very, very important to understand what stage of healing are you in, or what stage of suffering are you in. There are two stages of suffering, and there's one stage of healing. The two stages of suffering are called the tormented feminine stage and the wounded feminine stage. And the healing stage is called the divine feminine stage. It is very important for you to understand, don't feel ashamed. Don't let your ego take over and say, no, I don't want to understand. I'm doing great, and the way I'm handling it is great. I'm sure if you are doing great, you will start to experience abundance around you. You will start to experience stability, surety, confidence in the love that you are experiencing with people around you, with your partner, in relationship, with yourself. But if you're not, then maybe you need to keep your ego aside. If you are in the tormented stage of suffering as a feminine, as a woman, then that means you are stuck in a victim space, very, very deeply stuck, like a quicksand. You are choosing to believe that you are the only victim in the situation. You are the only victim who has suffered, who's been neglected, who's been tormented, who's been criticized, who's been insulted, humiliated. And not only that, you're choosing to believe that there is no way out because that's how the world is made. That's one of the mindset. Some of you, while being in the tormented stage of suffering, can also choose to focus on I am. That is also a victim stage, where everything is about I am, with that ego of the victim. The ego of the victim comes from being attached to your pain and fears, and this I am says, my partner cannot survive without me, my children cannot survive without me, my family cannot survive without me, they will fall apart if I'm not there, they need me, my partner is not functional if I'm not there, my partner is whatever he is because of me. I am the source of everybody's happiness. I am the source of everybody's structure. I am the source of their abundance, their growth, their prosperity, their achievements, and everything negative that they're doing is because they don't listen to me. So that I am driven by ego is very, very strong. And this ego, there are two kinds of ego. One ego that makes you feel superior, but there's another ego that keeps you attached into the victim stage, and that says that, oh, you poor thing. You see, and you're so attached to your pain and so attached to your fears that you don't want to allow anybody else to be the victim of any situation. That is a tormented stage, and that is the suffering stage. And if you are there, it's okay. But allow yourself to accept. Most of us do not want to accept. Most of the women I interact with, and I do interact with a lot, and feminines, they say, oh, you don't understand what I'm going through. Oh, but you don't know my husband, you don't know my partner, you don't know my children, you don't know my sons, my daughters, my daughter-in-law. I might not know them personally, but I do understand what you're going through, because I'm able to gauge your energy fields. I'm able to gauge, the narratives you're holding on to, the truths and the lies that you are telling yourself. So please do this exercise. Sit down and understand if you're stuck in a tormented stage, and if this I am the source of everybody's happiness, everybody's structure, everybody's life is the core focus for you, because you need to come out of it. That is the lowest stage of your healing. and the highest state of suffering. Second is the wounded feminine state. Wounded feminine stage or state is that space in your mind which tells you that I cannot function without my masculine, I cannot function without my family, I cannot function without my children, I cannot function with my support system. I need to be continuously, constantly pampered, taken care of, cuddled up, hug. I need assurance, I need validation. I need them there. Without them I will die, without them I will not function, without them I'm nothing. They are the source of my happiness, my structure. So in the first stage it is all about I am the source, and in this one it's all about they are my source. And that's why so many women continue to be in toxic relationship, in spite of knowing, in spite of understanding what is lacking, in spite of realizing or maybe feeling the lack of respect, the lack of their value in the eyes of their partners, or any relationship other than romantic, even family, or lack of love. They still choose to be in these relationships, in these situations, because they believe that person is the source. So this is another state of suffering. This is, you might be even fluctuating between the tormented state and the wounded state. The ideal and the most healed or the healing state to be in is the divine feminine state. What is divine feminine? Divine feminine does not mean that you give up on your material life, your 3D life, your physical reality, you give up on your family life, you give up on your aspirations, your ambitions, your will, your wish to make it big. You want to have the best car, the best home, the best partner, eternal love story. It doesn't mean giving up on that. It means connecting with your truth. What is your truth? Is your truth to be the most beautiful woman? Then start focusing on that. But for that, you have to believe that you're the most beautiful woman, or you're worthy of becoming a most beautiful woman, or you are worthy of all the love and appreciation and respect and kindness people will show towards your beauty. You have to believe, which means self-love is very important. And to practice self-love, you need to have courage. Courage is a 200 hertz frequency. If you choose to be in 20 and 40 hertz, which is your shame and your guilt and your judgment, and self-loathing, or not loving yourself, all that is up to 40 hertz frequency. How are you going to experience self-love? For experiencing self-love, you have to move to 200 hertz frequency. That's courage. Courage leads you into willingness, that 310 hertz frequency. That willingness makes you look at yourself differently. That willingness is you're not the source of somebody's structure happiness. Somebody else is not the source of your structure or happiness. You are your source. It's all about you, your healing, your journey. And that's when ego moves away and love takes over. I wish each one of you a little more self-love. I wish each one of you this transition from tormented or wounded state of your suffering into a divine state of your healing. May you have a great week. May you have a wonderful International Women's Day, and may you connect with yourself in the way that you feel respected by yourself, you feel loved by yourself, and you feel valued by yourself. Love and light.